What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 62 of the Yamcast. These numbers are starting to get kind of high. That's a lot of Yamcast.
That's a lot of Yamcast.
Someone told me the other day they were listening to them from start to finish, and I was like, wow. God bless, because I make these and I never listen to them ever again. So today we are talking about Kawasaki's Retrovolution, but they are kind of bad and they should feel bad. We're going to get into it today. Some bit of news from Kawasaki. We also have some affordable Chinese V4s. We got some news about that. Always have a bit of either electric bikes, Chinese bikes, or Harleys. That's what we talk about here. It seems like every other week. So we got Chinese bikes on the docket today. And then, of course, we got the call-in section with our Discord boys. Got a general Q&A today. Whatever they want to chat about, talk about, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then at the end of the show, we've got a contest where the boys are going to be showing off their motorcycles. We've asked them to submit their motorcycles, and we're going to rate them on their presentation, their cool factor, and see which bike is the best on the server. Stick around. It is going to be a good one. Already spiked the first bit of news today is the Kawasaki Retrovolution, right?
Yeah, so
we got some new retro models, right? We got some all-new Cowies coming out. What's going on?
we got an retro model.
Oh.
Singular.
Sad.
And
Sad.
it's the Kawasaki Z650 RS, baby.
No! No! No!
A whole nother bike using, well, they don't have the word here because they
said proven Z650 engine.
In the video, yeah, it says proven Z650 engine.
Oh,
it's so...
Man, this pisses me off because this is literally just Cowie being like, look, we can make an Xsr 700 too.
Yeah.
That's all this is, man.
It literally looks like an Xsr 700.
It really does. Except it's green.
Yeah. That's about all they've got on it. It's very green. Looking at it, that is very green.
Before people start telling me that I hate Kawasaki again, even though I've simped for the ZH2 countless times and love many of their motorcycles, I don't like the Z650 platform. We had one as a giveaway bike. I spent a lot of time with it. It is not an inspiring bike. I think it's the worst 650 you can get, except for a Royal Enfield. It's a lawnmower engine, man, and it's so uninspiring, and I just didn't really like riding it.
It's the sound that it makes is so
vacuum
plain.
Cleaner.
It's so plain and so utilitarian. You cannot put an exhaust on that motorcycle that sounds like... that transforms the bike. You know? You're not going to get something like on the Mt-07 platform where it's kind of quiet and a little bit meh from the factory, and then you put a pipe on it and you're like, holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's transformative. You put an exhaust on a Z650 and you're like, oh.
I've made it louder. Cool.
Yeah, you could have just done the same by coring the catalytic converter and been fine.
Yeah, literally. This bike is a little disappointing for me. Despite let's be kind to it here. It does look very good. Let's be honest. It's a very handsome, cool, retro-looking bike. They've done some cool little touches on it that make it pretty distinct from a Z650. It's got some really cool like retro features and all that. I like the tail end of it. You know, It's got the one-piece seat as well, the single-round headlight, but it is just a Z650, and the bones of that bike just are not that interesting.
Nope.
They're not.
Perfectly functional.
Perfectly functional, and a great bike, and if you happen to stumble into one for free or something, cool. You should keep it and learn it and ride with it.
Yep.
I don't think you should buy one basically at all.
No. Not with the modern crop of 650s.
Not with the market. No way. Yeah.
I mean, you've got the R7 out there. You
got the R7, you got the Mt-07, you got the Trident, you got the CB650. There's really no real good reason to get a Z650 unless you're a total Cowie simp.
Yeah. However, I think if they went and put a cross-plane twin in here, that would make it a lot more interesting.
Jeez, if they did that with a 270-degree crank and did it on this bike, I mean, that would literally be an Xsr 700. Like,
yeah.
Then it's like, you guys aren't really even bothering to, like, cover it up anymore, you know?
But the Xsr is a cool bike.
It's a really good bike. We loved ours when we had it as a giveaway bike. It was
great.
Super good.
Ton of fun. Sounded great.
Looked great.
Handled kind of funny, but I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, it did that MT thing where you're like, this is fine. Okay, why is it doing that?
One thing that I think is a little interesting, because the Z650 is famously low in its seat height. As you can see, we've actually got a fairly significant increase in total seat height on this motorcycle.
I noticed that. Got a nice little bump up there.
Which that looks like if it's not an inch and a half, it's a solid 2 inches taller.
Yeah.
Which
might put them off for beginner riders.
Yeah, they are offering a lowered seat. I know that, but I mean, still, you knock an inch off that, it's still taller than the original.
Yeah, I agree. So Z650 RS, pretty boring in our estimation, but they also had, not related to the Retro Evolution, a Z900 SE, right, with the Olin shock and a little kind of track-ready updates for it, which is pretty cool.
It's fine.
Updated Sugomi styling, right?
I think bold new graphics.
Bold new graphics. And then Suzuki's bikes are just really good, and we're just like, God damn it. God damn it, Suzuki. Unless it's a certain open class giant super bike that we're going to be talking about later this week as a dedicated video, which we can't reveal just yet. Let's not get into that. Let's stay on topic here. Z900 SE, new Olin shock, some fun goodies on that. Cool update, you know?
Yeah, I still feel like I would rather have the MT-09 SP, but...
Fair.
Because the MT-09 SP has that stonking great triple in it.
It does.
And
the Z900 does have a bigger engine, though, and one more cylinder. And I think it's cheaper. Because Kawasaki. You know?
But I'd still rather have the MT-09.
I think so, too.
Because the MT-09 has so much character.
Yeah. Almost
Perhaps too much. Yeah.
Perhaps too much. I've heard the brand new one has a little of that character dialed out so you can actually ride the thing. But yeah, I kind of want to ride one of those MT-09s. I haven't ridden one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get one as a giveaway bike. Any other news about the Retro Evolution here for Kawasaki?
So it is worth talking about that Kawasaki does have a new slate of 6 bikes or 5 bikes and a snowmobile that they're going to be releasing on
just
October
an Akira
the 5th.
motorcycle at the corner there. It's like a lay down bike.
So they've got these 6 vehicles, and these 3 are going to be released later this year.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, because sometimes I think y'all get confused in the comments, we film this like a week before it goes live, or like 10 days before it goes live sometimes. So we're seeing this news. You might already know what the bikes are that have been announced. We don't know because time works that way. So we're speculating here. I personally would really love to see an H2 cruiser.
Yes, please. And don't call it a Vulcan.
The Giga Vulcan. Maybe they will call it a Vulcan. The Vulcan H2.
That would, you know what? Vulcan H2. Then we can actually be like, Vulcan boys have a motorcycle worth owning.
New modern classic giveaway.
Yes. Perfect.
The only Vulcan worth buying.
So I was looking at these bikes.
You were looking at the wheels, right?
I was looking at the wheels.
Close look.
So it's a pretty teensy image. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. This looks like a super chunky knob.
It does, and that bike looks low.
Yeah, so
what the hell's going on there?
I'm not sure if it's actually under the tarp there. That doesn't look like it's really there, but that kind of knob makes me think dual sport.
For sure. It's got to be an adventure or dual sport bike, but those knobs look like
dirt bike,
like motocross bike, you know?
Those are
not
some
dual sport.
Serious knobs. And then this one has, if you look at the higher res image, it has a like regular dual sport rubber on it.
You know what might be crazy? I just thought of something. Yamaha just came out, I think it was last month or 2 months ago. They massively revised their 2-stroke motorcycles for the off-road market. Like huge updates on the 2-stroke motocross bikes and enduro bikes. If I remember correctly, I think it was the 125s and the 250s. I'm not super into that stuff, so I don't know. But maybe Kawasaki has a new 2-stroke?
That would be interesting.
Because I know Yamaha sells them a ton, and I know that KTM sells them a ton. I don't know how regulations and emissions look like for 2-strokes right now for new ones. I don't think it's good.
No, I don't think so.
So I don't think Kawi developed a new one, because I don't... Someone might correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Kawasaki sells a 2-stroke dirt bike.
That's out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but maybe it's an update to a 2-stroke bike. Those have been doing really well in the market, so I don't know. That's going to be my guess. But yeah, the bike next to it definitely looks dual sport.
Yep, we got definitely street legal rubber here.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 450 or 400, 500 SM thing here going on. So
you think well, that'd be kind of cool.
KLX 500.
Okay, I could get with that.
I could get with that too.
That's pretty sweet.
That would officially kill the DRZ.
Yes, finally. The DRZ finally has nothing. And Suzuki's like, damn it, we can't keep doing bold new graphics.
And then they're just going to make fuel injection. Everybody's going to be like, the DRZ's still really freaking good.
Yeah, they're like, damn it. Damn it, Suzuki. I think the bike furthest from the end, one over from the end, that's a cruiser.
That looks like a cruiser to me.
I see the big fat front wheel and tire combination. I think it's a cruiser.
I'm thinking that this is like a big touring cruiser.
That looks
right
like
here.
an ADV cruiser or a sport touring type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe something to compete with the new Tracer 9 GT.
Yep.
Which apparently won Bike of the Year on some magazine, which I'm like, what?
So sad. Should have been the Pan Am.
How could you possibly choose that as a Bike of the Year?
So we've got possible ADV situation going on, which leaves, and possible cruiser situation, which leaves this guy on the end.
Yeah, I can't tell what that one is, really.
No.
It looks like it has gold retro wheels, though, so maybe something. I wonder what that one is in the second row all the way closest to us.
This one?
Yeah, we can see a good bit of that.
There's a lot of cat under there. That looks like some sort of H2 something or other.
It might be an H2 bike, yeah.
Which,
I would love to see a new H2 bike. Those are always exciting.
give us another H2 bike, Callie.
Please, why not?
Make it. Because you're really not doing anything for anybody with the Z650 RS. That's probably what this is, actually, is the Z650 RS.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's got a very similar spoke pattern.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it might just be the Z650 RS.
Sad.
Very sad. Sad. But, yeah, those are the new-ish Cowie bikes. We'll keep an eye out for them, and if y'all have seen them already, let us know in the comments down below. I think y'all will have already had seen them by the time this video goes live, so let us know. But moving on, we've got Chinese V4s to talk about.
Chinese V4s, baby.
Just when you thought Aprilia's V4s weren't unreliable enough, you can now get yourself a Chinese V4 to fit into whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, so they are making two different V4s. One is a 1200 and one is a 500.
Okay.
So they have been...
Wait, they're going to make a 500cc V4?
Yeah. Little baby V4.
Whoa.
496, putting down 42 kilowatts, which is 42
what is that normal human?
kilowatts to horsepower. Let's see what that is. 56. That's not bad.
56 horsepower.
That's actually kind of pretty good.
That's pretty good. Out of a 500?
For a little 500?
Yeah.
If it works?
Yeah, if it works and doesn't just blow up.
Let's see what the 45 newton meters of torque in normal person numbers. 45 Nm to foot-pounds is 33. So what was it? 56
and 33. And it would sound really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it is a V4.
Yeah, that
kind of reminds me of the old Honda V4s. You know,
the RVF 400.
RVF 400. Yeah.
That could be kind of cool. I don't think we'll
cool.
see them stateside though.
No way.
Which is
no way in hell.
Probably for the best, because it would turn into a scrambler on the channel, just dejected in a corner. Oh my God, the thing that I have sitting in the tube back there for it is just going to break the internet. I cannot wait till we do that.
That's going to be great. That's going to be in the video later this month. The What Hipsters Say About Bikes, right?
Yep.
This is going to be so good.
So, what do you think? Do you think that they have... So this is about 150 horsepower, this 113 kilowatts out of the 1200, and 121 newton meters, I believe, is like 80 foot-pounds of torque. So low on the horsepower, pretty good on the torque. Do you think that's at all competitive?
We say low on the horsepower, but this is just because we live in the crazy world where we expect 200 horsepower out of everything, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a relatively reasonable figure, and it'll make a cool sound, you know? I question, what bike is it going to go into? you know?
That's a good one.
Because if you put this in a steel cradle frame bike and don't think about the geometry, congratulations, you've built a death trap, you know? Like, seriously, man. Like, think about something like the VMAX, right? I mean, yeah, it's got a ton of horsepower, right? And it's like, holy crap, this stonking V4 makes all this power. But the thing, when you ride it from like the 80s or whatever, you're just like, I'm gonna die riding this, you know? Like, imagine Josh's bike, the GS 1100E, with 150 horsepower.
That would be nightmarish.
Yeah. It'd be very, very, very scary to ride.
Apparently, people made that GS make like, what, 120, 130?
130 with all the mods. Yeah.
No, pass. I'm good.
I still want Josh to put a turbo on it. I really, just get another turbo Suzuki in here. Come on. Come on. Then we'll turbo the little Suzuki. We'll have a triple turbo Suzuki party. It'll be great.
Oh, man.
It'll make up for the thing that happened today.
I really hope so. I need to just like go talk to somebody about it.
I do too, man. It was a real bummer.
So I don't know how I feel about this.
I just wonder what bike it's going to go into. That's my question.
So these guys are referencing an article here about this Lf1. Let's see what that's all about. Lf1 Concept Revealed.
I remember this thing.
So that looks like some sort of weird ass little cruiser with an inline 4. I know it's an inline 4 at about 680 cc's.
Yeah, I believe we talked about this on a previous Yamcast because I remember the quad pipes on the side and I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of cool."
Yeah, I mean it looks like some Akira stuff, some like cyberpunk grade motorcycle, which is pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah,
like if you squint, you can kind of see a Diavel in there somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
But 680 cc inline 4 from China is probably making like, I don't know,
80 horsepower,
if that.
Yeah, and in a cruiser where all you want is torque.
Yeah, no,
I don't get it.
Pass. So I feel like these guys are making a cool engine and they're probably going to torpedo it. Would be my guess.
Well, maybe they can source the engine out to other people who are making frames and making cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Maybe what is it? The CF Moto people. Is that them? Or CSC?
CSC, yep.
Yeah, there's people selling Chinese bike here stateside. It's one of them wants to put a V4 in it. I don't know.
Go for it.
Go crazy, right? Because so it's an 1198 V4 putting down 152 horsepower. That's similar. It's got 2 more cylinders, but it's similar to Pan Am numbers, basically.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Very similar to Pan Am numbers.
Not bad.
Which might make Harley sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, God damn, we put all this effort into this awesome V-twin, and this Chinese company makes a V4 that whoops our butt.
Yeah. It's got 2 more cylinders, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it's harder to make that kind of power out of a twin. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if Benda could then sell these engines to people, and then people could just like buy these kind of like kit V4s and put them in stuff. But the real question is, will they work, you know?
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it. I feel like they're going to have
I kind of feel like
a lot of problems.
Yeah, definitely. Everything I've seen online about Chinese bikes is just like, just get a used Japanese bike.
Yeah.
Don't mess with these. They're not ready yet. They're still like kind of printing them out as fast as they can, and they're not really as reliable as they should be. So yeah, it's why we don't feature Chinese bikes on the channel, because they're just kind of not really worth our time, honestly.
Nope. So that's kind of all I got on this one. It's 2 engines. They're kind of making okay numbers.
Yeah.
Interesting a little bit.
Yeah. So that's going to wrap up the news for today. We're now going to move over to the call-in portion of our podcast, chat with our Discord boys, and see what's going on. Let's get into it. All right, everyone, welcome to the call-in portion of the podcast. You guys know the drill. If you want the chance to watch these live, call us into the podcast, hang out with us in a more meaningful and deeper and richer way on Yami Noob. Hit the link down below, go to yaminoob.co, get signed up, join our Discord, and you can participate in what we do here every single week. It's a lot of fun. Now, for the Discord boys, if you're unfamiliar with this, press and hold Spite's name on your mobile device or on your PC, or I don't know, there's some way to do it on PC. I don't know how to do it, but you basically just press and hold on mobile, hit the little phone button, you'll be connected with us, and we will chat with you. Oh, we got one.
There we go. The Dr. Zero.
Hey there, the Dr. Zero. You're on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Good, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Good, good. We're doing a general Q&A today, so anything you want, what have you got for us?
Yeah, I don't really have a question. I just wanted to, put something out there for, I don't want to bring down the show, but just for everyone out there watching, the whole pay attention to what you're doing when you're riding. A couple weeks ago, my mom was killed. She was run over by a semi who ran through a red light.
Oh, Jesus.
Yikes.
And, it was his fault. But the intersection that she was at, if she would have been paying attention, she would have seen a semi coming at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, just because the light's green doesn't mean go.
Absolutely.
When you're on your bikes, pay attention. Just wanted to put that out there for the Discord boys and everybody on the internet, on YouTube. Yeah. Just, stay safe.
Man, well, first of all, my condolences, man. I am so sorry to hear that. That's such a senseless and horrible way for your mother to go out. I'm really sorry to hear it. But that's a great message to tell people. It's just, don't go just because the light's green. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that you could possibly go if there's nothing in the way, right? It's just, I always got to stay vigilant when we're out there on the roads. Spite, you had something kind of similar happen where did you get rear-ended or someone hit you because you turned right on a green or something?
No,
happened, right?
So my first situation was a drunk driver.
Oh, yeah.
He just turned left when he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I was just kind of poodling along.
Yeah.
And he went. The rear-ending situation was an angry dude in traffic.
Yeah.
So that was equally as idiotic, but a lot less significant.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Dr. Zero, all our thoughts out to you, man. Thank you so much for calling, and it's quite brave of you to call in, so we appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. You guys have a good night.
You too.
You too.
Starting us off on a bit of a somber note, but a required note, I think. Very important message there.
Yep. So next up, we've got their fried bean, not there anymore.
The refried bean. Come on, Spite.
My brain is broken. The lava melon.
Hey there, Lava Melon. You are on the Yamcast. How is it going? We're doing a general Q&A. What's going on?
So I was just wondering, you guys announced the meme contest noon on Sunday, and I was wondering if it'd be possible for you guys to announce it earlier, because I have a great idea for this week, but I didn't have time to do it because I work Monday through Saturday.
When do we announce those?
I try to get it up Thursday or Friday, but sometimes it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we apologize, Lava Melon. We try to get it up ASAP, but sometimes life gets in the way. Busa's get in the way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's no problem. If you want, I can just tell you what my idea is.
Sure. Let's hear it. This man's about to commit a meme to us verbally in person. Let's
Here
go.
we go.
Well, okay, it's not going to be anything great. I just have a barely formed idea. But I was thinking about going to a gas station and getting, like, Scotty Kilmer glasses and doing a Scotty Kilmer-style video about my Husqvarna.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. He put out a motorcycle video recently on his shorts on YouTube that was really peculiar. That dude's so weird. You know about Scotty Kilmer?
I do not.
He's like this weird old guy on YouTube that's always talking about like reliable Toyotas and stuff, and he has this very specific cadence with how he speaks. He's kind of just like a weird internet character, but that would have been really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a one of those Harley Davidson XM500s, I think they're called, the military bike that they made.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it wasn't the Harley Davidson. It was the KLR that was converted to diesel. That was the one he had on.
Oh, nice.
Those diesel KLRs are pretty damn cool.
They're kind of cool, yeah. You feel like you could just chuck in like a fruit smoothie and it'll run, you know?
KLR guy's probably sitting there like, I have to burn fruit smoothie all the time.
I was looking at getting a KLR at first, but I really didn't want to get a bike that didn't have ABS because I'm just starting out. And then I find out that the cornering ABS is so much better than the normal ABS after I got my 701. So I'm like, glad I got the 701 instead of the 401.
Yeah. Yeah, 701's a pretty sweet ride. I rode Whitney's not too long ago. I really, really liked it. But yeah, we will try to get the meme contest sorted for you sooner so you can submit those sweet, sweet memes to us. Lava Melon, I appreciate your call. Thank you so much.
No problem. You guys have a great day.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Next up, we've got Victor.
Hey there, Victor. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Well, I apologize for any extra noise. I'm kind of in my car sitting in a parking lot. First time I actually being able to catch one of these live because of my work schedule.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome.
Okay. I got a kind of strange question. I ride a 2021 Ninja 400. I'm looking into getting a dirt bike, and I was presented with two kind of options that I don't know much about.
What are they?
A 1988 Honda NX250, which was formerly street legal in '88, but it's been bashed, beaten, and I have the opportunity to buy it for $350.
Okay. What's the other bike?
A Husqvarna FE250, and it's good working order. Has a 288 kit on it, and guy wants like $2,000 for it.
Is that the two-stroke?
No, 4-stroke.
4-stroke? Okay. What kind of off-road riding are you planning on doing?
Mostly light dirt, not necessarily like clay, but sort of forested area, kind of straw loose, nasty, wet, not really soaked and muddy, but wet.
Okay. The reason I ask is because sometimes when you're looking at buying a dirt bike, if you're buying something that's like a motocross bike, for example, it's not going to work that great on trails because those bikes are just so hopped up and ridiculous. So I don't know if that FE250 is a motocross bike, but you should take a look and see if it's kind of made for more enduro stuff or more trail stuff or more motocross style stuff, because the bikes are actually really different. Motocross bikes only have 5 gears, they have giant sprockets out back, different wheel sizes, so they can be quite different than enduro bikes. But between your two motorcycles, I would definitely go with the Husky. What do you think, Spite?
Yeah, I think the Husky's probably the better choice. The Honda going for $350.
Like
there's a reason why it's that cheap.
Yeah.
So I'd go with the one that's in good running order for sure.
That's fair. I do definitely appreciate the time and input, and I hope you guys enjoy the video I sent in, if it actually made it.
Sure thing. We'll check it out. Thank you so much.
All right, thank y'all.
Alrighty, next up we've got the refried bean. Got it right this time.
The refried bean. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Yo, it is going so well.
Today we're doing a general Q&A. What have you got for us?
So I guess my question is, why don't you guys stream on Twitch?
Why don't we stream on Twitch?
Because YouTube was easier.
YouTube was easier.
That's really kind of the long and short of it.
And also, I don't know much about Twitch, so I tend to not mess with it much. I stick to the platforms I know. It's why I'm not a Zoomer on TikTok.
Got you. Okay, well, yeah, I was just kind of curious. But that's pretty much my whole question. So thanks.
Wow, easy enough. Talk to you later.
See ya.
That was a nice and quick one.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got, I can't read it because I got sun tracers in my eyes.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Sarcasm, you are on the Yamcast. How's it going? Sarcasm, are you there?
Hey, can you hear? There we go. Can you hear me now?
I sure can.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, good. We're doing a general Q&A today, so anything you got, we will try to answer it.
I got a challenge. It's a best beginner bike type challenge.
Oh no!
I got my girl riding with me this year.
Okay.
And her 15-year-old daughter is now hooked. She's always bugging me to go for rides, and she's thinking she wants to ride. There has got to be another bike other than a Rebel that can fit a short-legged person that I can look at to teach her on. And I just was wondering if you guys knew of any other bikes I should take her to look at.
Okay, let me ask you this. How short is she?
She's she fits comfortably on the Rebel. I don't know how.
You don't know how tall she is?
I don't know exactly how tall she is. I'd say like 5'3", 5'4".
Okay.
I put her on the 500F, and she can tiptoe both feet.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I put her on the Rebel 500, and she can flat foot at both sides, and she really likes the Rebel. But she's not set on the cruiser type style bike, and I'm looking for other bikes that have a short seat height that might be perfect to put a 16-year-old teenage girl on.
I think I've got just the right motorcycle, and I think Spite will agree with me. It's the Yamaha Mt-03.
Yes.
It's got possibly the lowest seat height of any of those beginner bikes, and it's pretty underwhelmingly powerful, so it's not going to scare anybody. But it's got a super low seat height. I think like 29.8 inches or something, or 30 inches. Like, I mean, I had like a hard bend in my legs when I was riding it, and like that thing was like minuscule for you.
Yeah, I did not fit on it. It was so small.
It's a very, very small bike. So if you can find an Mt-03, that's going to be the best bet for a more sporty kind of naked bike.
All right, I will look at that. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Have fun. Man, to be riding at 16, that'd be great.
That would be great. Did we have an Mt-03 as a giveaway bike? Did we give one away?
Yes, we did. You don't remember we did the sprockets on it, the exhaust?
Oh, yeah.
We did a lot of stuff to that bike. You
That's
remember.
right.
Come on.
All right.
You don't even remember bikes we've given away. That's the point we've gotten to.
What a world.
I wish I could forget the CBR 500.
All right. Psychiatric Soul here is next.
Hey there, Psychiatric Soul. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going? We're doing a general Q&A today. What have you got for us?
First I want to say I'm new. Love your videos. Kind of trying to catch up on everything.
Sweet, thank you.
So, I'm trying to take my MSF class because I'm trying to get my license. But last time I tried to do it, I did kind of get caught up on the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you had any like tips maybe to kind of get around that fear that I have of it now.
What fear do you have specifically with the clutch?
Last time I tried to do it, I like trying to shift from second gear back down to first. I would just let it go. So it's weird now because I'm trying to redo it, but it's like I still kind of have this like, what if I mess up again?
Yeah. Well, think about it this way. The most important part of a clutch lever is the friction zone. That's where the clutch is actually engaging with the gearbox, and that's where you're actually able to feed power to the rear wheel and things are actually happening. So whatever bike you're riding for the MSF, you got to really know where that zone is, because that's going to be kind of like your butter zone for manipulating the motorcycle, especially in lower speeds like you'd see in the MSF. As far as grabbing down gears, you just want to ease that lever out real nice and smooth, especially since you're not going to be rev matching while you're at the range doing the course. So just, if you're ever getting confused with the clutch going slow speeds, just pull it in, because the worst thing that'll happen is you're just cutting power to the rear wheel and you can come to a stop. That would be my advice. Spite, what do you think?
You could also try dragging the rear brake when you're going down, because it'll add a lot of stability to the bike. And if you're worried about like the bike bucking and shaking a little bit when you let the clutch out, if you're holding down the rear brake just a little bit, it'll hold the bike steady. So try dragging the rear brake a little bit.
Okay, thank you. And then can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So what do you guys recommend? Because I'm looking more into like sportier bikes, and I'm kind of sitting at the Ninja 400 or 650, but I feel like you guys crap on it a lot. So I'm like 6'3", 6'4", about 190 pounds. So what would you guys recommend?
I mean, I really like the Ninja 400. I think it's a super fun, peppy motorcycle that can teach you all kinds of stuff. But if you're looking in the 650 class, I mean, Mt-07 is the darling of the class. Really good bike, but it is a bit powerful. It's a bit torquey, and probably the fastest thing I'd recommend for a beginner. That's why. What do you think?
I mean, as a taller guy, my brain says, DRZ 400. Deere Z400 SM. It is
guess
just
so.
as sporty as a Ninja 400.
Yeah, that's
fully
true.
adjustable suspension. It's a little bit more expensive. But if you want that fully fared look, yeah, I mean, the Ninja 400 really can't be beat.
No.
And I was comfortable enough on it when I was riding it around for the channel, so.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
You're welcome, man. Best of luck. Let us know how it goes.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Alrighty, next up we've got Wyatt. White.
Hey there, Wyatt. You are on the Yamcast. How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going? How are you?
Good, good. We're doing a general Q&A, so hit us with anything you've got.
Well, I posted this in the text chat yesterday. I was asking wanted to know if you guys have ever ridden a Sportster Roadster, like the Harley with the lower bars and stuff. What did you guys think of that?
You rode that bike, right?
Yep, I loved it. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It's my favorite Sportster.
Cool. Yeah, I saw someone else in the Discord today told me a little bit about his and how much he liked it, because I was looking at one of those now. I remember when they came out with those, and Harley had a big display set up at the NHRA Nationals like drag race event in 2016, and I saw it on a blue one, and ever since then I've always liked those bikes a whole lot. And the dealership I did my class at actually has an orange one that looks like an XR 750 livery.
Yep.
Yeah,
which is
that's
so
cool.
So
I'm gonna go test ride today.
when I was thinking about trading the VFR, I was stuck between a Performance Orange Roadster 1200 and my KTM, and I went with the KTM. And I'm happy to say that I made the right call going for the KTM, but I would not have been sad rolling away on that Roadster because they are so cool looking bikes. Every time I see one, they're the Sportster to get. They got the upside down suspension. They got the twin discs up front. They've got a better cluster. They actually have, instead of the normal Sportster 0 to like 180,
Yeah, actually has a tap.
they have a tack, which is super cool. It only goes to 5,500 RPM, but it's still pretty cool. And
Yeah, so does the Hemi. That's okay.
yeah, I mean it's such a cool bike to me.
Yeah. The orange looks really cool.
Yeah, the Performance Orange I
Yeah,
think is the way to go.
Yeah, the attitude on those bikes have is insane.
Yeah,
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Just wanted to see if you had any experience with one, and I'm glad to hear it was a positive one.
Yeah, well, thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right, see ya. Alrighty, folks, that's going to wrap up the call-in portion of our podcast. We're now going to move over to the meme contest for this week. It is a fun contest rating your motorcycles that you submitted to us. Let's get into it. All right, everyone, welcome to this week's contest. And this week, we've asked our Discord boys to submit us a fun presentation of their motorcycle. Now, a lot of Discord boys, unfortunately, do not have motorcycles, so they couldn't participate in this contest.
I told them if they didn't have a motorcycle, they needed to tell us what bike they were getting as their first and why.
Okay, cool. That's good. And so today we're basing it on presentation and cool factor, right?
Yep.
So how cool is the image or the video or the presentation you've made of it? And then how cool is your bike?
Yep.
You know? So if you have a Vulcan 650, you
You
will
get a
not
0.
win.
Yeah.
You won't win. Just kidding. Let's get into it.
All right, so our first one comes to us from Square White, I believe the words
In the
say.
year 2015, a line of groundbreaking, never-before-seen bikes were released called the Indian Scout. They were followed up by a stripped-down, ultra-cool, testosterone-soaked factory custom called the Bobber. This one rolled off the assembly line in 2019, and it's been kicking ass ever since. If there was one standout thing to love about this bike, it's the total badassery. It's got 100 horsepurs, which is the perfect number of badass hearses to have. This baby will scoot faster than a lizard on a frying pan. It's hard to say what a man could hate on this bike. No fuel gauge? Nah. Real men don't need that. Uncomfortable ride without extensive mods? No. Real men like when their ass falls asleep. If anything, I'd have to say it's just too sexy. I can't fill her up without a string of thirsty men coming over trying to catch a glimpse of the bike, talking about, oh, their granddaddy had a 47 Indian Chief.
Nice. Well, that was filmed really well.
Yeah, it was.
Say some good angles there.
There's some solid presentation on that one.
Let's double check that we're doing picture in picture.
We are.
Okay, just double checking.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I think for presentation for Square White here, I think I'm gonna give him an 8.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Got the angles, had the voiceover. It was like a professionally produced thing.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Solid. Cool factor on the Scout Bobber.
I think we're gonna rate this differently.
What do you rate the Scout Bobber as?
A 5.5.
See, I was gonna say it's like a 6. Because I don't like the Bobber. I like the full blown Scout.
Yeah. Okay, a 6.
A 6.
A 6.
So that is, the math is not working, but that is a 14.
It's a 14.
I'll go back in and do it later.
Oh, we'll see. Now it's gonna be a fun thing for math. We don't know who's ahead now.
Yep. Damn it. I'll just write 14 here. There we go.
Oh, you have a sum on there.
I don't know why it's not working. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that is today's energy.
Yeah. Oh, who's up next?
Who's up next is Beanball Sub.
What's worse than a single cylinder with 1 carb is a single cylinder with 2 carbs. Hi, I'm Beanball Sub. This is my 1984 Honda XL350R, and while dual carbs make it very difficult to tune, when this thing's running right, it's amazing. It's got 4,000 original miles on it, and it's just a blast to ride off-road and super capable. Over here, we have my 1969 Honda Trail 90. The one thing that kind of sucks about it is a 1-year bike for many of the parts for the 90s, but I'm doing a full restoration on it, and it's going to be really cool.
I don't think he meant it to be funny, but it came out very funny.
Right here is my 2020 Sparkpillin 701.
There you
This
go.
is my pride and joy. First thing I've ever bought brand new. And while I love the face-melting torque of it, what I really wish it had was selectable ABS. I don't want to have to go and pull a fuse every time, but I might have to do that because I love ripping this thing off-road. Thank you, guys.
Dude, I like this guy.
Yes.
This is good energy in his that's a good stable. A 701 is a daily and an XL350R. What?
And then a pile of parts is your third motorcycle.
The trail bike. That's pretty awesome. And the fact that he said he rides a 701 off-road, that's pretty sick.
Yep.
Yeah. Love it. Because I've ridden Whitney's bike and I'm like, this would do like okay on a fire road. Like this wouldn't be bad, you know? And the Sparkpillin 401, I was like, I want to send this thing down something, you know? Like this thing's great.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I like that.
Again, I don't think the pile of parts was meant to be as funny as it was.
Yeah, it was really funny though. For presentation here, it was a single camera shot. It was funny though, and it was pretty tight, you know, in the narration. I want to give it a 6, I think.
I was gonna go like a 7.
Well, we rated the Square Whites as an 8 with all his different angles, editing. That's what I'm kind of baselining it off.
Yeah. So I think you're right. So what?
I think it's a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Okay. And cool factor on the bikes.
I think the XL350R is seriously cool.
Yeah.
A dual carb single is idiotic though. I don't even know they did that. That's so stupid. But that plus a 701, pretty sweet. I think a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
And that is a 13.
And I will say, guys, unless someone has a Honda CBX, nothing's getting a 10 for cool factor because 10 is like unobtainium cool, you know?
Turbo Busa.
Turbo Busa is an instant 11.
All right, next up we've got Malt with this one.
Wait, so what was that list of things I have to say about the 2015 Triumph T100 again? I forget. Let's see, one thing about the bike I hate. Yeah, easy enough. This spaceship-looking thing on the back. Let's see, and I can only say one thing I like about the bike? That's not fair. I mean, just look at how pretty that exhaust looks. And the bluing of the exhaust. And that startup. The way it handles these speed bumps. Woohoo! The way it handles in a turn. All them tie-down points that keep my duffel bag nice and secure. The way the exhaust is so cool sounding, but not so loud that it disturbs the neighbors. The way them, oh God, the sun. The way them aftermarket shocks handle everything. God, the way that you feel just so cool sitting on your bike even at a standstill.
That's so unfair, limiting me to only one thing that I can say that I like about the bike. That's mean.
I was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked our Bonneville Scrambler we had.
Yeah.
That was a good motorcycle.
It was so great once we got the exhaust on there,
Yeah,
too.
it was fun to ride.
Yeah, it was.
I really liked it. It had so much of the same energy of what I like from my Scrambler. Yeah, really cool bike. All right.
Presentation.
I think this one is a 6.5 or a 7. I think a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
I like the cut for the moto vlog.
Yeah.
Cool factor on the bike.
This is tough.
It's the T100.
I thought it was a T120.
It's T100.
T100, little one. I think the bike has a 5.5 or a 6 for cool factor.
I feel like a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay, I think a 6.
So that is another 13.
Because everyone's got a Bonneville, you know?
That is a good
bike,
yeah.
you know?
Next up, Big Unit.
Great username.
So here I have my ZXR 250A 1989, around about 45-ish horsepower, inline 4, revs up to 19,800 RPM.
Yes. Let's hear it. Why?
Here is my DRZ 400 Supermoto that I use to go through my licensing. It has a Trotic Vapor dash as well as a heel tick.
You're really tugging at Spite's heartstrings.
Just thought it was cool, and I use it to take it to the track a little bit as well. Here is my Xsr 900. I recently got my full license, and I've just purchased quite a few mods for it, including a Delcovic exhaust and a Shift Pro race unit.
Sweet. Nice.
Gotta love fire.
Yes. What a stable.
Yeah.
That's not bad. The ZX 25, the 250, so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. We didn't get those here in America. So
as silly as it is revving out the little 250 inline 4 to 19,000 RPM.
It's so funny because you hear it and you're like, shift, shift, and it just keeps going. You're like, what the f***? It's going to blow up.
It's just like, no, it's meant to do that.
It sounds fake. It's so crazy. Very, very cool bike. I like this DRZ. The plastics look pretty cool.
It looks very clean. It doesn't look like the life that mine has lived.
Absolutely not. Presentation for this one, I think I'm going to give a 6, similar to Beanball Sub.
Yep, I agree. And cool factor, that 250.
That 250 is really cool. Just on that alone, I think it's a 7.5 or an 8.
I think it's 7.5.
7.5, yeah, for sure.
So that is 13.5. Next up, we've got Xsr.
This is my 2017 Yamaha Fz07.
Nice.
My favorite thing about it is just how well established of a platform it is. So I can get parts for it pretty easily. Everything is pretty much still available. My least favorite thing about it is just how budget it feels. So, as everybody's already said, the front forks are basically like pogo sticks. It also has a pretty good rattle to it. Someone asked me the other day why I only have one bar end. I definitely bought 2, and I only have 1 left. So either someone stole one, or it rattled off when I didn't notice it. But that's why it's a good beginner bike. Budget. Also, I love the color. And who can resist?
Why would you get a Z650?
Why would you ever get a Z650?
Why would you buy a Z650? Yamaha should just have an ad where they just rev the Mt-07. There's like, why would you buy a Z650?
Yep, and that's it. God, such a good bike.
Yeah.
Okay, presentation.
I think this one is it's a 6. It's, much like Beanball Subs, just kind of a simple narration describing the bike. Yeah.
And cool factor on the bike. I love the exhaust sound.
I love the exhaust sound too, but man, oh man, our MT-07's kind of a dime a dozen at this point, you know? I think the cool factor for MT-07 nowadays is like a 5.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's like it's a great bike.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's totally cool.
But it's, you know, if I saw it at a gas station, I'm not going to be like, holy it's an MT-07, you know what I mean?
Like, oh, it's nice, great,
like, cool.
good bike.
Cool, MT-07. Like, whereas if I saw like a, like an NSR 750,
I'd be like, holy
holy
you and I got to talk.
Yeah, so I think a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
So that is an 11 for Janaster. Next up, we got Alejandro with this entry.
Greetings, Jam fans. This is my 2021 Ninja 650 ABS. What I love about my Ninja 650 is a color scheme. It looks sporty, it looks mean, it looks fast. It's not, but it looks fast. It's got a pretty comfortable seat as well as the ergonomics, and it's got a pretty neat modern looking dash as well. I got a tail tidy as well as a Yoshimura exhaust mod that I managed to do by watching a YouTube video as I worked on it. Another thing that I learned by watching Yami's videos is Manscaped. Don't forget to shave those fuse for the nice smooth ride for that pillion rider. It will make your crankshaft look bigger, your pipe look smoother, and less weight means more speed. Back to the video. What I dislike about my Ninja 650, well, I have no other riding experiences besides my Ninja 400, so to me it's a pretty amazing bike, and I always catch myself glancing back at it after a long day on the saddle. Fact, Yami can actually wheelie and uses a stunt double for his IG posts. Goodbye.
I'll do it. No, I don't like it. Put it back. That little kitten was very cute, though. I don't know if it was yours, but that was a nice little kitten. Presentation.
I like the presentation.
That was good. It was clearly trying to, you know, come on. I am a vain creature, am I not? I think this presentation's a 7.5. I liked
7.5.
Yeah, it was creative. It was fun. It was snappy, you know. But this is where it's going to hurt.
This is where it's going to hurt. Oh, Ninja 650.
I don't like those bikes. I don't think they're very cool. I'm going to give it a 4.
I think a 4 is fair.
Yeah, because it's like an MT-07 type of thing, but worse a little bit, where you're like, okay, I've seen lots of people with this bike, and I really don't think they're very cool. But I'm so happy you like your bike and you enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep enjoying and riding your bike. That's great.
So this one is an 11.5.
Yes.
Next up, we got Loop TJ with this one.
Hey everyone, so this is my 2016 Yamaha Xsr 900 60th anniversary.
I love that livery.
What I love about this bike, the triple, the paint job, the exhaust note. What's not so great about this bike is the hooligan handling and the inability for the rear tire to stay planted on the ground. Here is an exhaust sound.
Stop exhausting.
Oh, a triple. Gotta love a triple.
I love that livery.
I love that livery, man. It's really nice.
Yeah.
The bronze, the yellow, the 60th anniversary R1 with the bronze wheels.
Oh, dude.
Ah, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's my favorite R1 ever. It's so good. Just love the yellow bikes, man. What can I say? Presentation. I like this. This was snappy. It was good. It was direct. How about a 7? What do you think? Or is that too much?
I feel like it's right on par with some of these other here's
my bike
phone camera ones.
6.5, 6.
A 6.5.
Okay.
Cool factor.
This is a solid 7, I think, for cool factor. Because we rated the ZX25 as a 7.5, and I think an XSR 900 with the 6th anniversary is still less cool than a ZX25.
I think so.
It's not as unique, you know?
But
it's really cool, though.
Yeah,
pretty
still,
sweet.
That livery's solid.
Like, if I saw it at a gas station, I'd definitely be like, nice, you know? Mint, sweet.
What was the number? It went right through my brain.
I think I said
7.
7. I said 7. I forgot what I said.
Oh,
I live in the moment.
We're so fried.
It's been a long day. Every Wednesday is a long day, guys, in case you didn't know.
13.5 here. At least I could do the head math. I can't remember what words you said 2 minutes ago, but... All right, next up we got Go For Joe with this one.
All right. This is my CB300R. And my favorite thing about the bike is actually that it is my first bike.
Nice.
What I don't like about the bike is that it is still my only bike.
N+1 already.
Hey, Evelyn, where'd you come from? Well, I guess it's not my bike anymore. At least she left me with the dogs. So, Yam, Spite, help me out with a new bike.
That was cute. That was a good presentation.
Yeah.
I liked it. Good on him for teaching him young.
Yeah.
Teaching him how to crank it up and rev the throttle. That's good. I like it.
So, for presentation on this one.
I think this one is a 7.
A 7.
Yeah, it was fun, and it was like so lilting, and I was like, where's it going? And then it looped it back in.
Yep.
So, it was good.
And cool factor. It's a little tough on the CB300.
A little tough. I think it's definitely cooler than something like a Ninja 250, right? It looks way cooler than a Ninja 250.
I think it's probably, aside from maybe like the Duke and the Svarts, probably one of the cooler single beginner bikes.
It's a really handsome little bike. And I like them. I'll give it like a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
That is another 13. We've got a very small spread today.
So tight. Okay.
Next up, we've got Expecto Delito with his. He's on the Gixxis Thou, I believe.
No, he's got the ugly one. He's got the F.
Hey everyone, today I'm riding my 2020 GSX S1000F through not-so-sunny California. This bike is a triumph of conservative development, essentially a K5 Gixxer engine and frame with some handlebars for a more comfortable riding position. The epitome of don't fix it.
Drone shots.
I absolutely love the way this bike handles and makes power. It's extremely flexible, and the engine is smooth and more than capable of scaring the crap out of me.
Yeah, we both on a trail with it.
I didn't love the looks at first, but they've grown on me, and a couple of mods have helped. Every part of this bike is my favorite part, but it wouldn't be me if it weren't for the memes.
What does it say?
Ride fast and eat ass.
Nice. Nice. That production was pretty high effort. A drone shot, the music, pretty good.
The music could have done a little bit of mixing.
A little bit of mixing. That's okay. We can't fault people. Audio is the hardest part.
Yeah, it is. It really is. All right, for Expecto Delito presentation.
I think this is a 7.5.
I think a 7.5 as well.
Yeah, I liked it.
And for the Gixxis 1000F.
Cool factor for this bike. Is it cool at all?
The Gixxis Thou is
pretty cool.
Yeah, but then you could throw the F.
The F.
I mean, it's still a Gixxis Thou.
It's got the K5 engine.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. But if anyone saw that bike, they'd be like, what is it? Why? What?
Yeah.
A little weird. I think a 6.
Another 13. Go.
No, it's 13.5. Damn.
We're all
come
right
on,
here.
Somebody bring it home. Let's see something insane, right?
I wanted to see, I'm not sure if you caught it, but in the announcement I was like, Poltares did the Romaniacs on it as one of the cool things about it.
That's funny.
And I was really hoping that one of our Tenere boys would have made that video, but sadly
they did not.
Next up, we've got X2 with this bike.
Alrighty, y'all. Check it out. This is my 2019 Husqvarna Villain 701. And what can I say, man? Just look at it. Look at it. I love this motorcycle. It's beautiful. That's my number one thing about it. I love the look. I upgraded from the Honda CB300F to the Big Thumper now, and I love it. It's amazing. If I had to say one thing I dislike right now, is that it's missing a clip-on. And as you can see, I dented the tank. So it's not in the best shape, and that's what I don't like about it. Other than that, I fucking love it. Look at that beautiful SC Project exhaust, which I got from Millennial Malaise. Shout out to him. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that clip-on, and once I get it, this bike will be back to its former glory.
The Vitpillen 701 to me is just like such a cool looking bike because it has the clip-ons, and it's like there's nothing like that thing.
Yeah,
there's nothing.
It's
like
kind
it.
of a one-of-a-kind motorcycle.
Yeah, it's very cool and pretty hard to find nowadays too. I can't really find them for sale anywhere.
No, the Svart that Whitney got was the only one that I've seen at TJ's. I don't think they've had a Vit in a long time.
And it's funny because people love those bikes and want to get them, but you can't really get them. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
Very cool motorcycle.
We've got a lot of 701 boys.
We really do. Whitney, X, Millennial Malaise used to be one. I think he crashed his, unfortunately. We had one earlier that I don't remember.
Sub.
Yep. A lot of 701
We need
boys.
more 690 people. Come on.
Have you ever met any other human who owns one in person?
No. No.
It's so sad.
The only people who buy the SMCR live in Germany.
It's so sad. I've met other sled owners, other Daytona owners. It's so sad you've never met your kid.
I've never seen my kin out there.
I've never seen another one, if that makes you feel any better, because it's not like you're missing out. Like, I've never seen anyone else. No, but there's one dude I've heard about. Man, I don't know how I remember this. On a Revzilla podcast, somebody they talked to had a 690 SMCR, but I don't remember who it was. So, they're out there.
They're out there. The few of us.
There are
literally
dozens
of us.
Yes.
So, for X2 presentation here.
This is pretty well presented, but it was kind of like the Beanball Sub one, just simple camera. I'm going to give it a 6, I think.
A 6.
Yeah.
And for cool factor.
The Vitpillen's very cool.
Yes, it is.
I think the Vitpillen is a 7.5. It's very, very cool.
Is it 8 worthy?
Is it 8 worthy?
Get it that full extra point?
I think it is an 8, honestly. It's a very cool bike.
I think it's cooler than the Svartpillen,
I think
honestly.
so too. Yeah, it's cleaner looking. It's so, like, when you see that bike parked, you're like, what is that? You know, like, it's very cool. I think an 8.
I think an 8.
The clip-ons make a big difference, yeah.
So, for this one, that is going to be a 14.
All right.
Which means we got ties all the way down.
We have so many ties today. Maybe Magic Toaster can just bring us home.
Magic Toaster with... Whitney warned me that it's not necessarily about his motorcycle, so...
Okay.
She was like, I'm not sure what your relationship is with this guy. Like, it came with a warning.
Let's see.
Come on, video. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
No, what?
Hey, Yam, is an electric bike really better than a gas bike?
Yes.
Oh,
no.
Welcome to the rice fields, mother.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. It's a little better.
A little bit. Barely any thought went into it. I think the quality is like a 1.5.
And funniness.
Did we chuckle?
Nope.
0.
I am sorry, Magic Toaster.
He remembered. No, he remembered. I'm so sorry. Well, but okay, let's be fair. He owns an Energica, right?
Yep.
I remember this guy. Which Energica does he own?
I think he owns the Ego.
What is that? I don't even know what it is.
Their sport bike. So
that's pretty cool. You don't see those that often, right?
Energica Ego.
Yeah, that's the one he owns, right? That red one?
Yeah, this is the...
It's pretty freaking cool. I mean, it looks like the Lego Panigale.
It does look like the Lego Panigale.
That's weird. It really does look like the Lego Panigale. Kind of uncanny, honestly. But you know, you don't see these like ever. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're fast as balls, right?
They are pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
Although I think it does the thing that the Zero SRF did, where
it just kind of peters off.
Yeah, it's like big torque and then kind of like.
Yeah. Okay, presentation. I didn't even know how to rate this because it wasn't really even about his bike, right? It was some weird compilation about Energicas
and with some deep fake stuff in there
that will haunt my dreams. I think some effort went into it. It's like a 6. Like, let's give it a 6.
A 6. All right, and cool factor.
I just realized something. I want to give it a 9, honestly.
The Ego?
I want to give the Ego a 9. I think it's a really cool bike. You don't see them ever, and it's like, what the hell? You know, like this top-of-the-line electric bike. Very cool. You know, very, very cool. And I know what I've done now by giving it that 9.
Yep.
Magic Toaster has won this meme contest. You went from 0 to hero, my dude.
With a solid 15.
You came in at the end, and with your deep fakes and your Energica Ego, you have won the Yamcast today. Who's second place?
So we got a whole bunch of ties all the way down.
Okay.
So
second place we had between Square White and X2. Square White was the guy with the Indian Scout in the beginning, and X2 was the guy with the Vitpillen, right? The 701.
I think on that one we got to give it to the presentation for Square White.
I think so. He put a lot of effort in that edit. It was really well done, and you love to see it.
Which makes X2 our third place prize.
Nice.
Just in case though, let's go down. We're gonna need to do like 3-way tiebreaker here just to get us one extra space.
Fourth, my God. Okay, so we have how
big
many?
Unit, which was ZX25, the little 250.
I feel like that has to win. But what are the other ones?
Then we've got Loop TJ with the 60th anniversary.
Ooh, that was good.
XSR.
And then Expected Delito with the GSX F.
Yeah.
It's the ZX25.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think
that's
so.
Fourth place. And that's in case the other ones don't work out, right?
That is in case the other ones don't work out.
Sweet.
So
well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Yamcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, if you actually do. Camera just died over there. Moving over here. We'll catch you next time. See you later. All right, look, you don't have to lie to me. If you had time for one Yamanu video all the way to the end, you probably have time for another one. You should probably just click this link and watch the video right over here. I promise it's going to be good. You won't regret it. Seriously, you should just click it. I'm sure it's good. We only make good stuff around here. You should just watch it. Why are you still here?